Hi everybody, and welcome back to my channel, Everyday with Jackie. I just wanted to take a moment to let you know what today's video was going to be about. It is shopping my stash for the month of August. And what this means to me is that I will have an opportunity to go and revisit some of the products that I haven't used in a while, just so they don't expire or go bad on me. And also, if I get any new products for the month of August, I'll also incorporate those products into my monthly Shop My Stash, and I'll be able to report back to you at the end of the month to let you know how I enjoyed those products or not. So if you're going to do a Shop My Stash for the month of August, please leave me a comment below. I would love to know what products you're planning on using and if we had any of the same products in common. Before we get started, I do want to give a shout out to Robin's Closet. Girl, I see you. Thanks for joining the family. If I have any new subscribers, please leave me a comment below so I can shout you out in the next video. Until then, please stay tuned. Okay, so the first thing that I want to talk about is my skincare. The first thing I want to make note of is that I keep my face mask in this little pouch. We get these from the Allure Beauty box, and from time to time I will hang on to a few of them just to, you know, use them for different purposes. But this time I kept this orange one just to put my face mask in. So this month I plan on using the South Main. These are under eye gel mask, and it says that it reduces puffiness, reduces dark circles, and moisturizes the eye area. So I do have two of these that I want to use in the month of August. I also have a Botanic Fiber facial mask, and this is by BioBell, and it says hashtag stay gorgeous. And this one hydrates and nourishes with almond oil and vitamin E. And I have one by Wander Beauty. It says Baggage Claim Gold Eye Mask. This is what this one looks like. And then I'm really excited to use the Rose Lip Mask. And I have another eye gel mask. This is Flash Patch Rejuvenating Eye Gel, and this is from Pathology. And the last mask I want to use is called Tony Moly, and it's Intense Care Gold 24 Karat Snail Hydro Gel Mask. And that is a mouthful. So I look forward to getting some use out of these face masks and under eye gels and one lip mask. Next up, I do want to also use this under eye cream. This is by Context. It's a vitamin C all day eye cream. I don't know the claims of this. I think I got it in my Allure Beauty box or BoxyCharm when I was still subscribed, but I am looking forward to using it and just seeing what it does, and I'll report back to you on this. I also want to incorporate my Belief the True Cream Aqua Bomb. Do you want to use this month? And this is really almost gone. What I love about this is, at first I didn't think I would be keen on having a gel moisturizer, but I really don't mind it at all. I like the cooling that it feels on my skin, and also it evaporates quickly or absorbs quickly into the skin. So I've never had a gel moisturizer, but this I have been really enjoying, and I think that I would try it again or purchase it again. Now I have two products from Drunk Elephant. I touched on one in my monthly favorites, and that's the Proteini Polypeptide Cream. And again, this is from Drunk Elephant. And what I said about this, just has a little scent. What I said about this is that a little goes a long way. And what I mean about this is I still really have not dipped into the jar of this. I still have just been using the cream from the lid. And a little, I just dot it right here, and I can absorb just a few dots, and I can moisturize my whole side of my face. So a little goes a long way, and it really does feel moisturizing. I'm not skimping on product. You just don't need a lot of it. Also, I want to use the Drunk Elephant jelly cleanser. It's called Best number 9 or Bestie number 9 jelly cleanser. And again, this is by Drunk Elephant. It has cantaloupe and glycerin in it. So I can't wait to try this. I haven't used this yet, but I have used the Proteini polypeptide cream. So I'm looking forward to using this for the month of August as well. Now let's go on to my, let's talk about our primer next. I have the Cover FX Blurring Primer and Pore Moisturizer. Now, this is a repurchase. I first received this in my BoxyCharm, and I really liked it. It does blur out my pores that I have in my T-zone, and so I purchased another one because, as I said, I really enjoyed it. So as I mentioned in my beauty favorites for July, I said I couldn't use this in conjunction with the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer, so I won't be using that this month. I'm only going to use the Cover FX along with my Tatcha Silk Canvas. And on this, I'm a little confused. I really don't know what this is supposed to do because I don't really notice anything happening when I use this. I think it does make smooth out my base. It does do that, and it makes my foundation go on seamlessly. And maybe that's all it's supposed to do. But I look forward to using this in the month of August just to see if there's anything else I notice about this product. And for foundations, I have some oldies but goodies. Well, one oldie but goodie. And that is my Revlon Color Stay foundation. This is a 24-hour wear, and it's for combination to oily skin. I am in the shade 410 Cappuccino, kinda. This is a little dark on me, but I always use powders to lighten it up, so I don't really mind it being just a little dark, and sometimes actually I prefer that. So I do love this, and I know I won't finish it in the month of August because I'm just a little less than halfway, but I do like this foundation and want to get some more use out of it. My next foundation is the Maybelline Fit Me. This is the Matte and Poreless. This is one of the first foundations that I ever bought. Not this bottle, but this brand, this kind. And this is for normal to oily. And in this, I am in 360 Mocha. So this one, I possibly could finish this one in the month of August because I think I'm pretty low in this foundation. And then next we have our Maybelline Super Stay Full Coverage Foundation. And this claims to be 24-hour wear also. And in this foundation, I'm in color or shade 356 Warm Coconut. I know I won't finish this one in the month of August, but I do enjoy this foundation, so I look forward to using it again. And so next, let's go in with our powders, and these are the 3 powders that I talked about in my monthly favorites. Still a favorite. So I am going to use my Too Faced Peach Perfect powders. Now this first one is the Peach Perfect Mattifying Loose Setting Powder in Translucent. And again, what I do with this powder is I use it to set my under eyes. And I really think that it gives me such a seamless blend. you know, I don't have cakiness up under my eyes when I use this. And I use a little brush by Real Techniques to set my under eyes. I never go in with a beauty blender or a sponge to set my under eyes, because my under eyes will get cakey real fast. I don't bake, but when I just dust the powder under my eyes and then I dust it back off, because my under eyes will get cakey very fast and I don't like that look. So this is what the powder looks like. You can see that. And again, this is just the translucent Too Faced powder. And then I have the Perfect Peach Mattifying Setting Powder, and this is in Translucent Caramelized Peach. And I really don't hear a lot of people talking about this powder, and I don't know why, because I absolutely love it. And I will go all over the face with this powder to set my foundation, especially if I use this Revlon, because as I mentioned, it's a little dark for me, so I sometimes will brighten it up with this powder or the next one I'm getting ready to talk about. Now, this one is the Caramelized Peach, and here is what it looks like. And I really like it. And both of these are fragrance, but I know for some people it bothers them, but it doesn't bother me. Next, I want to talk about my Fenty Beauty. And I am in the shade Nutmeg. And this is the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Powder. And let's just talk about this packaging. It is everything. This is such a, I don't even know how I'll get through this powder. This is such a large container of powder, but I love it. I feel like I'm really getting my money's worth with this. This is what it looks like. And this just makes everything so seamless. I mean, it really sets the base, and it makes it silky smooth. It makes it just a perfect airbrush finish. So I really like that powder. Now let's talk about some concealers. And I know one concealer, this one right here from Ulta Beauty, is the Full Coverage Liquid Concealer, and this is supposed to be waterproof. And in this, I am in the shade, says Deep Cool. I am scraping this concealer already. Scraping it. Can't get any more out hardly. But it's a shame, because right at the bottom, it looks like I still have just a little bit, but I can't get to it. So I could just continue to scrape. And this is what the wand looks like on this. Let's see. And this is the color on it. I don't do the bright under eyes because I don't want to highlight these bags. Just saying. And I use this concealer in conjunction with this one, because this one is a matte. This is very drying. And so I go in with this Wet n Wild concealer and corrector. And this is in the shade Dark Cocoa. So I go in with this one just to go in first, because this is more creamy. And that's this one right here. So this is more creamy. And then I go on top with the matte. So, you know, mixed together is the perfect combination. This Wet n Wild is very creamy. And the other one is really matte. And I don't like that for my under eyes. So I just mix the two together. Okay, so next, let's talk about what I will be using on my eyelids to have a base down and to mute out the discoloration. I am going to use my MAC, and this is my Painterly Paint Pot. Sorry, Painterly is the shade, and it's the Pro Longwear Paint Pot. And again, this is by MAC. This is what it looks like. Now, this is not the shade that I wanted originally, but they had them on sale, and all the colors were selling out like very quickly. So I went ahead and got this shade, and I'm not mad at it because this does a great job for having a even base and for the dark lids that I have sometimes from rubbing my eyes too much because of allergies. So that's the perfect shade. It does a wonderful job for muting out the discoloration on my lids. Let's talk about some of the eyeshadow palettes that I will be using this month. My first one that I have just fallen in love with this palette. I've had this in my possession for months, and I did try it out a couple of times, but I don't know, I just wasn't drawn to it. And if I see a palette and nothing comes to mind about what looks I should use, I immediately just set it to the side and then just go on with something I'm more familiar with. And then later when I come back and revisit it, then all of a sudden, you know, I'm just inspired by it. So my first palette is by Alomar Cosmetics. And it's really beautiful. This is a beautiful palette in my opinion. So I have been loving this palette, and I will continue to use it in the month of August. My next palette, I know you already know, girl. I use this palette and talk about it all the time. It is my Tarte palette. Unleashed is the name of it. And here's what she looks like. Lynette, you better get your hands on it, girl. I love this palette, and I have been using it to death. So I want to continue to use it in the month of August, and it smells just like chocolate. I am not a chocolate fan. I am not a chocolate lover, but for some reason this smells good to me. And lastly, can we take a moment to say, I know a lot of you do not like dupes. I know you're totally against it. So I know you've heard of Shop Hush. Well, that was all the rage until they went out of business. But when they were in business, I did snag one palette from, well, I snagged a few, but we're talking about this one. And I am going to use it in the month of August. This is the palette called Sugar. It's by Face Candy. This is what she looks like. I already know how you feel, girl. Just let it go. I will be using this, and this is what she looks like on the inside. I really have been enjoying this palette quite a bit, and I'm going to use it in the month of August, so don't be mad. Next, let's move on. I'm going to talk about my blush for the month of August, and I will be using Becca. This is in the shade Nightingale, and I love this color. It is gorgeous. This looks gorgeous on deep skin. And for my highlighter, I have another Becca product, and this is my highlighter, and this is the infamous Chocolate Geode. Another beautiful product by Becca. And for my setting sprays, I am using the MAC Prep and Prime. I have it in the fragrance Lavender, and this smells divine. And I also have the MAC Prep and Prime Fix It in Matte. And I know some of you have had problems with this one, but when I tell you I shake this up, I shake it, and I shake it some more. And I have never had a problem with the white dots on my face. At first, when people started talking about that, I was like, have I been wearing this and not noticing I have white dots on my face? But I haven't had that problem. So I continue to use it and love it. And I would definitely repurchase it again, especially now because I live in Texas and the weather is very hot and humid. And I have been using this And if I'm not going to be out much, I will use the Fix It in the lavender fragrance just to, you know, melt all my powders and stuff together. So I have loved both of those. And I'm skipping around. I tried to go in order, but that didn't happen. So next, for my bronzer, I am using the Hula Toasted by Benefit. And this is a very warm bronzer on me, but I do like it. And this is what it looks like. I've used it. I haven't given it much love since I got it, but the few times that I did use it, which I have it on today, I have enjoyed it. So I want to show it some more love in the month of August. And for my contour palette, this was also something I received in my BoxyCharm. And this is by Pure Cosmetics, and it has been through it. But I really like this palette, and I definitely would purchase it again. As you can see, it's gotten a lot of good love. This is the contour shade that I was using originally, but somehow I've migrated to this one. And this highlighter I use, and I use this sometimes as an inner corner highlight. So again, I definitely would repurchase this. I have enjoyed it immensely. And we're just about finished. Next up, we'll talk about my eyebrows. Now, for some reason, I had my eyebrow pencil earlier today, and I can't find it now. But it is the same eyebrow pencil here. However, it's just a different shade. So for eyebrows, I am using my Rimmel London eyebrow pencil. But the one, I brought this one also, but this one is just a little light. So the one that I normally use in my eyebrows is the Brown Black by Rimmel London. I use the Brow Gal to set my eyebrows, and I got this one in the Allure box, and I really like this. My eyebrows have gray hairs in them, and so I just take the one that's so skinny. I love it. So I just take this and brush it through, and it covers up a lot of the gray hairs and just keeps my eyebrows in place. So I do love this. And again, this is what it looks like. This is by Brow Gal. And for my eyeliner, I am going to finish up, because y'all know I don't like to waste anything. And this was in my empties last month, but I found 2 more in the bottom of my purse. And this is my Maybelline, my Maybelline eyeliner. Now, I think if I sharpen this or try to sharpen it, it's going to be a wrap on this, because it needs sharpening right now. But I'm going to try. And if it works, I'll continue to use this, but I think it's a wrap on this. But I do have one with a little bit of a point on it still. So I'm going to use this up, I'm sure, in the month of August. And lastly, for my eyebrows, not my eyebrows, my eyelashes, I'm going to use my Urban Decay Perversion. It says Bigger, Blacker, Badder mascara. Now, I've been using this mascara. I'm so anxious to try some of my other mascaras that I've gotten in beauty boxes, or have some from Allure Beauty Box. I have some from BoxyCharm. I've gotten another mascara with the Tarte palette. I've gotten a ton of mascaras. I've ordered the, when you get to pick what products you want after you place a Sephora order. I've ordered some little mascara minis. I am so anxious to get to try these products, but this mascara just won't quit. I've had this for a while, and I can see me still using it through the month of August. So I'm going to try to finish this up, but I'm not going to open another mascara until I do. So I'm going to use this all of August, and hopefully I'll get through it. Okay, so I think I have talked about everything, my friends. These are all the products I plan on using for August. And if I get some more products, like I really want to try the Fenty primer in matte, But if I pick up some more products, I will use those products also in the month of August. And then we'll just check back in with each other, because again, I do want to know what you're using for your Shop My Stash in August. And just, I just want to see how you fared, and you'll see how everything turned out with me. And we'll just talk about it below. So without further ado, thank you so much for tuning in. You guys, thank you so much for showing me so much love, and I really appreciate it. So as always, you're always welcomed and wanted on this channel, and I hope to see you in the next video. Take care and have a wonderful day.